Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and in this video we will talk more about Flutter. And as you requested, I am back with one more important topic which many of you requested me to cover, and that is Firebase. So I was not picking this topic of using Firebase because there are still some issues with the popular APIs of Firebase, like there's Cloudflare store which still has some issues because that is still in beta, and that is why I was not about to cover. But then I thought that maybe there are few more libraries which can be useful, like the Firebase Auth and sign in or real-time database. So we'll try to cover all of them, and for this video we will try to cover the Firebase Auth library and the Google sign in as well, so that you can sign in your user, because in most of the application you have seen that the the thing which any user will do is that sign in or the create account thing. So what we will do, we will try to authenticate a user on the basis of their Google account. So that's what we will do, and we will do it for both Android as well as for iOS. So I am ready with this project. This is a dummy project in which there is just two buttons. First one is this sign in button, and the another one is sign out button, as you can see here on this emulator. And there is nothing at all after apart from that. And they both have this on pressed method, the on pressed property, which is right now null, so we haven't made any method for it. So we'll start with the Firebase console, that how we can add the project and all that stuff. So let's go back, let's go to the Firebase console. So this is how our Firebase console will look like, and here you can add a project, and you just have to sign in with your Google account for accessing the Firebase console panel. So here you can name a project, and then you have a country to select. You can select any country if you want, or you can leave it like United States, that's also okay. So I have already created this Flutter demo. Now you will get three options. One is if you want to add iOS app or Android or web app. So first of all we will implement it for Android, and then we will go for iOS, and it will be like similar kind of approach, so you don't have to worry about that. So let's start with the Android app. So first of all you need to add a package name. So package name is a unique name which is the same which you gonna publish on Play Store. So let's write it here, mtechviral.f demo. Okay, and then we need to add a nickname if you want. So I'm just skipping it. Here it is written as that debugging signing certificate. So it is kind of optional, but if you want to test it on debug mode, then it is actually must. So you need to add this, otherwise while debugging you will never understand why the error is coming. So let's see how we can add that. So we will go to see this page, and here it has some authenticating your client, and it is written how to access this in Windows or in Mac. So I am on Mac, so I will copy this, and if you are on Windows you can copy this with replacing your user profile here. Okay, so let's go back to this terminal. So I am here on the terminal, and I'll just paste that code. Okay, so let's just push it up, and so here let me just press enter, and here it is demanding me for a key stored password, and the default password is Android. So I'll just write that and press enter, and here you can see I have three certificates. Basically these are fingerprints. So this MD5 is one, this SHA1 is second, and SHA256 is the third. And let me tell you, SHA1 is not secure, but still they are using it, I don't know why. So let's just copy it, and SHA1 is actually has been broken, or you can say that it has been hacked. So there was some studies about that. I will discuss it in another video maybe. So let's just copy it and just paste it here, and that should register our app. So now it is registering. Now it has given me this download Google services.json. I have to download it, so I will download it, and yeah, I have downloaded it. So I have this on my downloads, I guess, and wait a second, I'll just rename it because I have already one file with the same name, I guess. Okay, so now let's check our folders and whatever we will get with this Firebase project. So here we have an Android folder. We will click on it. Now you can see there is a build.gradle inside this Android folder. So this is called a project level build.gradle, and there's another build.gradle inside your app folder which is called app level build.gradle. Both have some different both have some different responsibilities, and the project level build.gradle is used to add some class paths or something like that. So you need to add a class path. So we will go here, we will continue, and here this is the class path which you need to add. So I'll just copy it and just paste it below this. So that is what we need to do. So that is fine. Now what it is saying to apply this plugin as well in the app level build.gradle. So we will go to app and we will click and we will go to build.gradle. It is kind of different from that one, and at the end we will apply this plugin. Okay, that is fine. There is another line which is written here on the top. You must be wondering why I left that, which is the Firebase core, because it includes all the Firebase related classes and all, so that we can access the Firebase part. But we don't want to add it into Android. We will add it into our Flutter project, so that we don't have to add it twice for Android and iOS, and we want to implement it into Dart. So we need to add the Dart package, not this Android package. Okay. Now one more thing which we have to do is you need to change this application ID to whatever you written in the Firebase console. So I'll write here mtechviral.fdemo because I wrote the same ID here as well. If you see here, if I can go back now. So let's just finish it and then we will see. So it is here, you can see mtechviral.fdemo, and that's correct. Now here we will go to authentication, and I have already authenticated earlier. Here you will go to this Google tab and you need to enable it if it is disabled. So this is also must, otherwise it will give you an error. So I have enabled it, and here you can see there are a lot of options. You can sign in with the email password, with the phone, with the play games, with the Facebook, Twitter, GitHub, and there's another one which is anonymous. So we are using Google, but you can use any if you want. Okay, so what we will do, we will go with the Android project first. We will implement it and then we will proceed to the iOS one. Okay, and that also we will cover in the same video, so that you don't have to watch many videos for just one topic. So that's what I want. So that's I guess that's sufficient. What we need to do now, we need to add some packages for Flutter. So we'll go to a Flutter folder, we will go to pubspec.yaml. We need two packages. So first one is the Firebase Auth, which we will use for authentication, and then for doing the Google sign-in we will use the Google sign-in package. So here I can write Firebase _auth, and then you can just put a colon, and then that's fine. I guess that will pick the latest version of the Firebase Auth package, which is I guess as of now 0.5.3. and below that we will write the Google one. So Google _sign_in, and then I will put a colon. So the package name is actually very well written, like you just need to write the name as it is, and if there are some spaces then you need to make the underscores. That's it. So we have these two packages installed as of now, if I'm not wrong, and still running some operations here. So let's just wait for it to finish it, and it may take a while. So let's go back to import our main.dart, and it is finished. So now we will import these two libraries which we have added. So we will import first of all the Firebase Auth. Okay, that is fine. Now we will add the Firebase, not Firebase, Google sign-in and /Google sign-in.dart. So we have these two packages now, which we have already imported. Now what we will do, we will write some code for Firebase authentication. So first of all, what we will do, we will go to this home page here, and here we need the Firebase authentication. First of all, the instance of Firebase authentication. So what I can write here, final Firebase auth. Okay, I can write auth, and now I will ask the Firebase auth dot instance, which will give me the instance of the Firebase auth. And similarly, what I need to do, I need to add the access the Google sign-in instance. So I can say Google sign-in, and I can say new Google sign-in. Okay, so these are two things which we need on the top, as you can see. And now we have this auth and this Google sign-in. Now we need a method for signing in the user and signing out the user as well, because there is no sense of just signing in. There should be something to sign out as well, so that we can test it. Okay, so what we will do, we will make it a future which will return a future basically, and then it the generic would be the Firebase user, because we want to return the Firebase user. And now we can just import this library, and the name of the method, let's write it as sign in. Okay, and this will be an asynchronous, as you can see. Now here what we need, first of all we need the Google account of the user. Okay, and that is not the Google account, basically that is the Google sign-in account, which is a class. Okay, so we will say Google sign-in account. Okay, and this is some Google sign-in account. This is just a random Google sign-in account, or you can say just instance of Google sign-in account. This is not the user's account, this is just a class Google sign-in account, and an instance which will give us the method which we want. Okay, so we can say here we need to await, so first of all every call here, and then we can ask our Google sign-in, which we declared here, and then we can say dot sign-in. So it will return a Google sign-in account to us. Okay, so this is the Google sign-in account which I was talking about. This is the Google user. Okay, after that we need to authenticate it. So there is another class for Google, which is Google sign-in authentication, and I can just write it as GSA, so that it's you don't have to write a very big name. Okay, so again we will await it, and now I will ask this Google sign-in account which we just created dot authentication to authenticate it. Okay, okay, now we will access the Firebase user, and to get the Firebase user, what you need to do, you will create a Firebase user, let's name it as user. Okay, and then you will ask the authentication which we used earlier, auth, this one, this is an instance, and we will ask the instance dot, and here we can say sign in with Google, Facebook, email and password. So they are all the options, so we will select sign in with Google. You can select any other if you want. Okay, then you need to if you want to add the Facebook option, then you need to add the Facebook SDK. We can cover that also in some other video. Okay, so sign in with Google, it is giving me a warning because it wants some parameter. One is the ID token and another one is the access token. So we will give the ID token from where, because we have this Google sign-in authentication GSA. So this GSA will give us the this ID token, I guess. So let's ask the GSA if it has, yeah, it has the ID token, and the access token is also given by the GSA. That is quite cool. So we have the user now, we have everything now, and now what we will do, let's just what we can do here, we can print if we have the user. So we can say user name. Okay, and then we can say, we can use this in string interpolation, and here I can say user dot display name. Okay, that is quite cool. So we have this user, we will print it, and now we need to return this user because this method accepts a future of this Firebase user. So that's it. So we have this method, this one, and it should work. Okay, so let's just run it. Okay, so we have to add here in the onPressed method, we want to call let's say the sign in method. Okay, so sign in. Okay, that is fine, but we can do much on this. So after the sign in will complete, then we can say dot then, and now here we can perform something if we want. So what it will do, it will return us a Firebase user, we know that. So we can write here Firebase user, and here we can perform some operation, like we can print the user. Okay, so we can say print simple the user. Okay, so that's what we can do. And apart from this, we can access one another thing, which is catch error, and we can say that if there is some error, then let's print it. So we can write e, and then we can say print the e. Okay, that's it. So we have this thing ready now, and on press something will happen and blah blah blah. So let's just do something here. Okay, click on it. Okay, we need to restart it first, so let's just end it, and we will just restart it to see if that is something which works. So when it is restarting, we will also add the code for sign out as well, and after, if the deployment for Android, if it is successful, then only we will move to iOS. So let's see, because I am doing the live coding, so I don't know how much good it will be when we will deploy it. So let's just hope that everything will work, and yeah, it is working, I guess. Let's press on this button. If something is happening or not, I don't know. It just crashed, I guess. So let's see what kind of error we have as of now. I cannot see any error. Okay, this looking good to me. Everything is looking good to me as of now. I don't know why it is not working. Let's press the F5 again. Let's see if it is doing something or not. It is running. Oh, it is crashing again and again. Let's just go to terminal and see if something is going wrong. Yeah, it's okay, saying that, oh, we forgot to add this Google services.json file. So sorry. So you need to click on this Android, then you need to click on this app folder, and you need to add this services.json which we added to. We need to paste it in the app folder. So yeah, that's it. So we have added this here, and it has some JSON, so we really don't have to worry about it. So now let's rerun it, and sorry for that. This was a big mistake, I guess. So we actually have that is the first step we need to do to add the Google services.json file. And please make sure you always check this debug console, because that is very helpful if you get some kind of error, like in this case we were getting some error, and the Google debug console surely helped us. So now it is running it, and we have the app. Now let's click on this sign in button. Okay, and here are my accounts. So if you have multiple accounts, then it will show all the accounts, and let's just select it, and let's see if we got something here. Yeah, so here you can see the username is Pawan Kumar, the sign in was successful, and there is all the detail, email, photo, phone number, and everything. Okay, so now you can do any operation if you want to do. So that is just a demo purpose, so that is why I am not doing anything. Now if I will click on it again, nothing will actually happen, because the person is already signed in. So how I will sign out? So let's just write a code for that, and it is very simple. Trust me, very simple. So let's make another method here, and we can say it just a void, and we can say sign out. Okay, and here what we will do, we already have this Google sign in account instance, and we will say Google sign in account instance. Okay, that is not good. Sign in account Google sign in. Okay, that is just a Google sign in. Okay, so this is what I am talking about, Google sign in. Okay, dot sign out should be there, so we can just sign out. Okay, and then we can print user signed out. Okay, that's good. So let's just try it. After calling this here in this raised button, we can call this sign out now, and we don't need, oh, this is, and you can see that this is quite fast. You can see it correctly that it is directly showing me the red color. So now let's just clean it a little bit, maybe, so that you can get the idea. So let's just click on sign out, or first sign in. Something happened. Okay, we got nothing because we are already signed in, but we get the data. Now let's click on sign out, and you can see user signed out. Now if I will click on sign in again, then it should show me the pop-up. Yeah, so it is showing me the pop-up and everything is working fine. So that is the Android implementation, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Now it's not over yet, we will go back to the iOS implementation. So let's go back to our panel as of now, and let's click on this project overview, and here is the option add another app. So click on it, and now this is saying add iOS app. So you can give the iOS bundle ID. So in iOS, it just really doesn't matter what ID you give, but like if you talk about the other one, Android, then it actually matters. So let's just write it mtechviral.fdemo because it should work. Okay, I am assuming that it should work, and now we can leave every other field as like however it is. And now we have this Google services info.plist, and now what we need to actually download it. So what I will do, I will just click on this download, and it should download it for me. Okay, and I will just download it. So it is downloaded. Now let's just press continue, and I have to paste it somewhere. We'll see where. Okay, so let's just continue it, and here this is something which is Cocoa Ports instruction. Sorry. So what it do, it actually is the same as Firebase core dependency, which we didn't add because we wanted to add into our Flutter project. So if we were doing the iOS project, which is a standalone iOS project, then we need to perform this. But if you are doing the Flutter one, then you don't have to do this, because you will you have already added the Firebase SDK in the Flutter project, and if you haven't added that yet, then you will add that. Okay, so we will just press continue, and here we don't have to actually do anything, so just finish it. Okay, so now let's go back. Now here let's open our iOS folder, and then you need to open this runner folder. Now here you need to copy that the Google services info plist, which we forgot to add, if you remember earlier, for the Android one. So I'll just grab that here, and we have this. Okay, now what you need to do, you need to copy this reverse client ID. So let's just copy it because we need this after that. Okay, so we are ready with that. Okay, now what we need to do, we need to do some iOS for the iOS integration. We need to perform something. We will go to this info.plist. Okay, and here we need to write something. Okay, and for that, what you can do, you can go to the Google sign in authentication page, and you can copy from there. So I'll just put the link in the description. So here if you see this Google sign in page, okay, here there are some few steps which it says, and you just have to just copy this block of code. Okay, I will also write this code in the I will upload this code onto GitHub, so you can copy from there. So I'll just also tell you what it is all about. So here below this code, let's just paste that. Okay, so basically what it is saying, there is a dictionary, and the key is cf bundle type role, and it is a string editor, and another key is bundle URL schemes, which is important for us. And the URL scheme is basically which Google gives us in the reverse client ID, and the reverse client ID which was here in the Google services info plist, which we copied, we need to just replace it with this one. So here I will just replace it. Okay, and just paste it the other one. Oh, it's not working. Why? Let's just go back here, and let's just copy again, copy, because it is not copying. I don't know why. And now it is done. So that's all you need to do for iOS, I guess. You don't need to do anything apart from that. And now let's run this app for iOS. Okay, I'm really serious. So that is, I guess, done. Let's just delete this. Okay, so let's just close this first of all, and now let's run the iOS app, and I'll move the iOS simulator as well, because that you also would like to see. Okay, so let's just go back to here. Now let's wait for iOS to run. So what you needed to do, let's just revise. You just created an iOS app there, you just pasted the Google services info plist, and then you edited the info.plist. So every like dependency for iOS, like if you want to enable permission or everything, you do it here on the info.plist. Okay, so our app is running now, Flutter, Fire, and let's see what output we get. So that's it, guys. Actually Firebase is a very essential tool if you want to do some backend part, then also it is good if you want to deal with some database. So we got some error, so let's see what kind of error we got. Okay, could not locate configuration file. So it is saying that it was not able to locate the file which we just pasted here, and that is one thing which is which can be difficult to understand, because what it will say us, it will ask us to open this project in Xcode. So maybe if we will add this project to Xcode, then maybe it can work. So let's go here and open the project. Okay, so maybe if you're not having Xcode, then you need to add that, because you can see there are a lot of things going on, and it can totally, you know, it is frustrating sometimes. So let's just click on this. We will go here, we will go here, we will go here, we go here, and we'll just open it. Now in the runner, and this is the runner, and let's do one thing. We'll just paste this service info playlist again here, because as you can see it is not showing here. Why it is not showing? Because we need to add this to the targets, and that is the only thing we can do in the Xcode. So let's see if we get this. Wait for a second, let's see what we get here. And we have this is working good, and here you can see there's add unit ID and everything here, reverse client ID, and this is how you actually add it. But you can see in the different way which we saw. And now if we click on info.plist, then you can see this last one is URL p types, URL schemes, and here our code. Okay, so that should work now. Let's just run this app again, and let's just end it first, and let's run it again. Oh sorry, I have to go to main.dart first. Let's run it. So now let's see if it works or not, because it should work as of now. And guys, see, this is saying that found saved certificate. Now it is asking me to keychain, I don't know. So it can be it can ask for your passwords as well, and let's just give it a password, and it is saying iPhone developer and blah blah blah. It is signing the app, it is doing so much stuff, to be clear. So for iOS it is always, you know, a little bit more required to do. So that's what we are doing, and I have covered every step, guys. I haven't skipped any step, so that you can get the best idea of how to do it. So many other tutorials, in other tutorials you will see that they skip some steps, and then you just frustrate your mind and you will saying, oh, what to do. So that's what I don't want. And it is building one, and now it is in launching the app as well. So I hope that it will work this time. And again, you don't know, when you are dealing with beta versions, then you don't know what kind of issue you will get. Like I got some issues with the Firestore, and trust me, that was really frustrating. And because I am doing this live and making the video live, I don't actually cut from the video, I don't actually do anything, I just upload this video to save my time. So exactly whatever I will do, you can see here. And obviously that is not the live implementation exactly, but it is kind of live implementation, because I just make this video and then upload it directly without doing any cutting and or everything. So it is taking some time. I don't know why, because of maybe the Xcode or this iOS issue, because sometimes it is quite frustrating when it do the signing part. So sometimes it takes too much time to sign. So I don't know what to do in the scenario, but let's wait for few more seconds, and let's talk about something more related to Firebase. And so there are many things you can do with Firebase. You can use the push notifications, you can use the ads as well, because earlier it was used to be AdMob SDK which we used. Now you can just use the AdMob SDK from the Firebase itself, and then you can have push notification. And Google has recently acquired the crash analytics also, and that is the best library, trust me, I have ever used for the analytics and for the crash reports. So that is something amazing, which was, I guess it was earlier acquired by Twitter. Then now it has been acquired by, let's just kill this app and just restart it again, because I am not that was some infinite loop. So the crash analytics we were talking about, that is now acquired by Google. So it you should try it, I would say, and it is definitely a good library to see. So again, now, oh, again we wasted so much time for that, and after when we restarted it worked. So let's just press on sign in. Oh, you can see that it is asking for the Google to sign in, and it is opening the accounts.google.com, because I don't have any Gmail or other app. So I can write any email here. So I can write, let's say, Pavan KUMAR 098@gmail.com. Okay, next it will ask for my password. So I'm not actually telling you my password. Okay, otherwise you people are so smart that you can break into my password. So I'm just writing the password, then I will be back. Okay, so I have written the password and I'll be back, as I said. Now I will press the next button. Okay. Oh, you can see here something happened, and yes, email verified user Pavan Kumar, everything worked exactly. Now I have been signed in. If I will press this again, nothing will happen, because we have already all the information. Now let's just press the sign out, and user signed out. As you can see, it is written small, but I hope you can see or understand it. Okay, so that's it, guys. If I press the sign in again, then it will show the pop-up again, and it will process the same thing again. So that's it, guys. That's everything which you need to do the Firebase auth and for the Firebase auth and the Google sign in. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, then like the video, and if you didn't, then you can also dislike the video, only if it is not that good, sorry. So also subscribe to the channel, and keep watching and keep enjoying this fluttering, and we'll back with the next video. I hope you are doing good. So thanks a lot, and peace.